You are listening to Rockers in Recovery Radio. If you'd like to read more on festivals, events, blogs, and more, visit rockersinrecovery.com or visit us on Facebook. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Hey guys, John Hollis with Rockers in Recovery. I want to welcome everybody to the show. You can find out more information about Rockers in Recovery and our radio show and our station and everything else at rockersinrecovery.com. Click on the About page and gives you all the information you would want to know about Rockers in Recovery. Also, we just released the new flyer for the Rockers in Recovery Music Festival that's coming up here on February 10th and 11th. The meet and greet is the 10th. The following day is the all-day festival, music festival, and, of course, you can check that out at rockersinrecovery.com. You can download the flyer and pass it around to your friends. And if you don't have any friends, pass it around to your enemies. That's what I was told. So, welcome to the show. I also want to bring on our guest tonight, George. George, how you doing?
I'm doing good, John. How are you?
I'm doing great, bro. And listen, we want to thank George Massengill for all that he does for Rockers in Recovery, but most importantly, all he does for the recovery community and the work that he has done over the years since 1988. Is that correct?
That's right, John. Yeah. That's right. February 2nd, 1988. I'm coming up on an anniversary within a month, so it's always a time of reflection and a lot of gratitude, buddy, for being blessed, you know.
Do you find, you're also a part of an organization out of Tennessee called JourneyPure. And in 1988, you started, after you got clean and all of that, you went back to college, you received a degree in social work, and you went on to be a licensed counselor, and you're still in the field today. And you help a lot of people through that, and you're part of JourneyPure. Can you give us a little bit of information about JourneyPure before we get into the music aspect of this?
Yeah, sure, John. Yeah, I like you said, I was blessed to, God kind of intervened in my life, and I got clean in 88, and God intervened again and helped me get into college, which I would never thought I could have done, and basically just a junkie musician that was destined to probably die in the streets, but God had other plans, and one thing, led to another, and became a counselor, and over the years have been blessed to be around a lot of awesome people that have helped me get into work in the field and get into my own business several times in the halfway house businesses and in the treatment center business. And we had a treatment center myself and Bob Stubblefield and lots of other people. But we had a good treatment center. We merged this last year into what I think is one of the best behavioral health companies in the country emerging today, called JourneyPure. And I'm a little stopped up with a cold, but JourneyPure is actually out of Franklin, Tennessee. That's where the corporation is, with 5 different facilities right now, some outpatients and detox units. But have a facility in Panama City Beach, which is a great facility down on the beach, and a facility in Murfreesboro on a 150-acre campus, beautiful campus right on the river in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, another facility in Murfreesboro, one in Nashville, an inpatient facility in Bowling Green, and then the company we've got a detox and a residential center in Knoxville, Tennessee. And then we have a South Florida location, which is in Jensen Beach, called 12 Keys on the Indian River, I think, there in Jensen Beach. So JourneyPure has a detox, residential, and adding new facilities as we go along. But the thing I loved about JourneyPure more than anything else, and it led me to merge my company, is the drive to connect people to long-term recovery using coaching and aftercare. And it's not just kind of a one-time. Once you go to JourneyPure, you're kind of in JourneyPure for life. You become a part of the coaching and the aftercare. And our team, a guy named Patrick Dunn, has put together a tremendous aftercare programs and coaching technology. Sam McMaster's PhD in psychology and in recovery has developed great programs. Kevin Lee, the CEO and president, kind of a great leader in the psychiatric community, has sort of assembled a new energetic team to develop this stuff across the country. So I'm excited about it, and most of all, everybody involved in JourneyPure has a heart to help recovering alcoholics and drug addicts. And it's a passion, it's a ministry, it's what everybody in that whole organization strives to do on every level. So it's pretty exciting to be a part of it, John.
I am, if you're checking out the show, you can go to JourneyPureRiver.com, and there's a lot of information there. You can also call 888-426-7448 and find out information, about what they do and all the different places that they have. But George, one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about is right now we're going through, and this is, you're coming down as a musician to play at the Rockers and Recovery Music Festival and be a part of the meet and greet the night before. And all of this is based around the heroin and opioid epidemic that we're having right now across this country, and it's touching everybody's lives in one way or another. I can't go to a meeting anymore without hearing about 2 or 3 young people dying. It's a sad state of affair, and the education aspect of this and getting the education out there so people know that there is help available, and you and JourneyPure being, making that available for us to be able to do it for, communities across the country. What would you say right now to people that might be struggling with a loved one or somebody that is having an issue? What would you say to them?
I would say call anybody. I mean, of course, you can call JourneyPure, but call somebody. Call for help. Don't put it off 1 day, 1 minute. This is the most deadly disease, I think, known to mankind. I don't think there's anything worse. There's nothing taking more lives, more family members. It's horrific. And, if you think you have a loved one that has a problem, call, get them help immediately. If you have a problem, if you think you have a problem, there is help. I mean, there's a solution, John. I mean, that's what's so hard about this is, this is a disease that's taken so many lives, but there's a solution. I mean, there's recovery. There's a way not to die. AA, NA, recovery organizations, churches, but so many answers out there that people don't have to die. This has a solution to it. So I would say ask for help, call for help. I mean, people are standing by to help. People want to reach out. Just like when I got clean, I mean, I'm no different than anybody else that's in recovery. We want to help. I mean, we know that we stay clean, just like you, John. We stay clean because we help other people. I wouldn't be here today if that wasn't what my life's about. So reach out. If you need help, if your family member needs help, don't be afraid to call. We want to help. Recovering people want to help.
That number is 888-426-7448, and, of course, it's JourneyPureRiver.com, and you can find out more information and get the help for a loved one. George, when it comes down to music and your recovery, music enhances your recovery and recovery enhances your music. Is that something that you would say is true?
I like that, John. Very well said. That's I may write a song about that, John. I like that. I like that tag. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I don't think music speaks when words fail. That's a great quote by I forgot who it is, but and I think music is. I've been blessed to play with some great people. I'm telling you, and not just that, but I think about it a lot. That music has put me in a lot of situations that solved a lot of problems. And allowed me the ability to reach people and I don't know how many times that, when I was down and out to sit and play a piano or hear a certain song, I mean, it just, it's the thing that connects me a lot of times to the God of my understanding, and I couldn't be more grateful. I mean, I don't know where I would be without music in my life, so I'm very thankful for that today.
You write, and you write a lot of music. You write some really, really great music, and you do some, covers and stuff like that. But the music that you write and the therapeutic aspect of it, do you pass that along to people that you work with, that are musicians?
Yeah, I do. I do, and I think, a lot. It's one of those things that it's funny, and it's sort of. And I go through periods of times that I don't write and I can't write, and usually it's because I'm stuck in recovery. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not at a good place. I'm not growing. I'm not, something's not going right for me, and I don't write. I can't write. And then all of a sudden, maybe something good happens. I spend a weekend with a sponsor, and all of a sudden it kind of opens me up to be able to write, and there's no way to explain writing, I don't think. I think that God just sometimes puts an idea or words and it has some meaning in it to me, and then it has some meaning in it to some other people. So, I think writing is one of those things that's a window, for me personally, a window to my soul, I guess, that it's hard to explain, and the same thing, I'm real thankful that I can do that, and that God blesses me to be able to do that.
It's when you think about it, it's like journaling to music. They tell you to journal and to do those things, but you guys, the writers, the songwriters, the singer-songwriters put it together so that way it can be felt by other people in a huge way, and it can change lives. Do you agree?
Oh, I agree, John. I think, it's like anything else. I mean, it's the connection to something, a higher power. I think everybody who writes, even whether it's songs or just anything that's created out of thin air, and I'm an okay writer, and I'm thankful I can write, but I listen to some writers. I listen to, Chris Stapleton or Dean Dillon's a good friend of mine, and listen to stuff that they write, hundreds of songs, and I just sit there and think, where did this come from? That's crazy, because it speaks to your heart. And so it's an amazing thing that God allows us to do as human beings, is create something from absolutely nothing that then touches somebody unexpectedly. You know what I mean? And I know you've had it happen. Everybody's had it happen. You hear this song or this music, and you think, wow, that I just felt that. What was that? How do I explain that? And it's that. There was another quote, and I'm getting old, John. I can't remember, but something to the tune of, that music and passion is God's hand reaching into humanity to kind of give us something, a taste sort of what is spiritual, So I think it's a real neat experience for anybody who writes and anybody who loves music.
It's funny that you bring it up, because the very first concert that we ever did, of course, was February the 12th of 2011. And that very first concert, I remember, I was standing on the side of the stage, and, the performers were performing, and I watched like 300 kids, like just arm in arm, swaying back and forth to the music. And they literally were connected arm in arm. It was amazing to me. We had like 1,000 people show up to this event, but to watch these kids sway back and forth and listen to the music, I had tears coming out of my eyes, and I can only tell you that process of feeling that music and feeling the connection and that and the people that were there to be able to support each other. And one of the things that came out of it for me was 26 concerts later, I have a dream, and I see it all happening through that music aspect, and that's why guys like you are really important to be able to bridge that gap, because music helps bridge a gap everywhere. Like you said, it's the universal language of, music is the universal language, and it helps people to be at ease and really listen to what some suggestions are and what a message is, and to get in touch with their feelings.
I agree. Music is at such a level, I know this, because I feel it, but, to read about it and think about it, music is at such a core level of humanity that it touches us in a way that nothing else can do. There's not words that can touch the way that a song, a whole song or a line of a song or an instrument playing can do to our soul. And I think it's an awesome thing. So John, you're always bragging on everybody else, but I'll brag on you. I know that you guys work hard, man, to make this happen, and tirelessly work, you and your wife and your team, and to bring this together. And I've been involved in them for a long time, and I watch all the work, and sometimes myself, and I'll speak for me, but as a musician, I get the best of it. I get to come in and, get on stage and play for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and I love it. But the work that you do behind the scenes to make something like this happen, that one person walks away from that show thinking, man, this is good stuff. I don't have to use drugs to come and do this and feel these feelings, and stays clean. You need to be proud of what you're doing, John, because, it's a hard work, and it touches a lot of people's lives. And so I want you to know that, too. You're always bragging on us, but we need to brag on you some, too.
Well, listen, man, I appreciate that. It was, how God works, right, George? So, here I was sitting on the side of a little river club in 2006, and I said, God, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just help me to not feel what I'm feeling, and help me to get clean. And here I am, dealing with Rockers in Recovery, and the journey has been a huge thing. And it's funny, when we talk about the recovery aspect of it, and and the some of the 12-step literature, one part of the 12-step literature said that we'll be amazed before we're halfway through, and that God's going to create a new fellowship around us, and it's going to create what that fellowship is meant to be for us. And it's funny, because I found that through, doing what I needed to do for my recovery, I also found out that, it was absolutely true. God put this in my place, and in Lori's place, and Word of Storts. And someday, like you said earlier, man, there's sometimes you're in bad space. Sometimes I've gone through a lot. But in the end, it's all about what you just said. One person walking away being helped, it's all worthwhile.
Oh yeah, it's because that person might have been the one that didn't make it, and died from this disease. And you think about that turnaround for just a minute, that somebody walks up 5 years later, I've had it happen to me, and say, wow, saw you at this Rockers in Recovery thing, and it was awesome, and I had such a great time, and I'm still clean. I'm still here. I'm still going to meetings, and that could be somebody. That's somebody's daughter, somebody's husband, somebody's son, somebody's something, that instead of dying from the disease of addiction is alive today. And that person has probably touched 100 people that have touched 100 people, and and that's the whole deal. That's the whole deal. that's why when I got clean, that's the magic that got me clean, and that's the magic that keeps me clean, and that's the magic that's involved in this whole situation of one addict, one alcoholic, helping another addict and another alcoholic to find this magic so you don't have to die, you know. And, I mean, I'm the same as you. You know, I have every concert you've done that I've been a part of. And I was thinking setting up in Maine, I guess one was September, you know, it's so beautiful. And here we are so blessed on Tim's big, huge farm. And you had all that so laid out so great and people coming, and you could see they were into the music. And I was thinking, you know, I mean, that's, I don't know. The angels in heaven must be looking and smiling and thinking, this is a good thing. With all the craziness going on in the world and all the negativity and all the death behind addiction and drugs and blah, blah, blah. And here's this beautiful setting on this farm and these people enjoying this music and this wonderful environment. So, I mean, it you know, to me personally, John, when one person gets this thing and changes their life, that's the same miracle as the parting of the Red Sea to me. There's no difference in it.
Wow, that's some heavy stuff, man. I'm so glad that you shared with us tonight, and George, we're looking forward to again having you down and the rest of the band and you know, the Chillbillies. If you want to check out George, you can check out the Chillbillies. It's thechillbillies.net, correct?
That's right. That's good. Yep.
Yep. The Chillbillies.net. George's some of George's music that he's written there is you know, just incredible. Go on and check it out. And you were going to say, George?
No, I was just going to say, you know, there's also Larry Patton stuff on there and Don Taylor. You know, everybody's kind of got their own thing on there too, so it'd be cool to check out. But yeah, that's great.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to, you know, seeing you guys, and of course, thank you again for being a part of Rockers in Recovery. I want to thank Patrick Dunn, yourself, and the rest of JourneyPure for supporting our events and making sure that we can get out there and you know, show the public that you know, there is recovery as possible, and most importantly, that you can be educated and get help if you need it. And again, we thank you.
And Jamie Vance as well. I forgot to mention Jamie Vance with our company. Jamie's now head of all of our marketing and sales and websites, and Jamie probably will be at this event too, so I want to throw that in there.
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting Jamie. I'm actually looking forward to meeting everybody at JourneyPure. I've talked to Patrick several times, but haven't met him face-to-face, so I'm looking forward to meeting him. And we're looking forward to having you guys there. And most importantly, if you're out there and you're listening and you need the help, it's JourneyPureRiver.com. And check out the website. All the information is there. You can contact them from there. You can call them from there. Everything is there. So it's JourneyPureRiver.com. George, you can check out at, of course, the Chillbillies.com or .net. I'm sorry, the Chillbillies.net. And we thank you for being on the show again tonight with us, George. And I look forward to speaking with you over the next couple of weeks and updating our people on the great stuff that's going to be happening at the festival.
I look forward to being there, John. I hope it's warm weather. It's been cold here in Tennessee.
Well, listen, man. We'll make sure we're going to pray for sunshine and do me a favor, don't bring any snow with you.
I won't. I don't want any more snow. I'm tired of it.
Much love, brother.
John.
All right,
you too,
man. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. RockersInRecovery.com. Click on the About page. You'll know everything that we do and how we do it. And also, if you you're out there tonight and you're hurting, been there, done that, gone through it, and there is hope. It's a day at a time. Thank God it's a day at a time, and thank God there's no big shots, no big shots at all. One shot, you're all shot. We're all shot. So I'm just glad that everybody's tuning in and hanging out with us, and thank you for being a part of the show tonight, and we look forward to hanging out with you at the festival and hanging out with you on our next show. And you're going to be listening to, coming up here, George Massengill's song, Standing on the Edge. Thanks.
Standing on the edge, looking over. I'm standing on the edge, looking over. Sometimes I wonder how we got here. While I'm staring hard at you, I'm just trying to hang on. I hope I can see the whole thing through.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.